was shooting Pacific Rim 1, when the key to the movie appeared. I was having breakfast with Daniel Kraus, and he said that idea, what about a janitor falling in love with a creature and taking it home? I go, that's it. I didn't want to do the big story of the heroes, the scientists, the secret agents. I wanted to tell it from the small story point of view. It's like saying Waterloo from the point of view of the guy that presses the trousers of Napoleon. That's more interesting to me than Napoleon or Wellington or any of these stories. So I said that's the way to go into the story, through the small people, the invisible people. Thematically, everything fell into place. And this is a movie in which I think is post-therapy, post-50-year-old crisis, post 25 years of working. Is tonally an incredibly difficult movie, because I'm basically doing a thriller, melodrama, musical, all in one, and the acting needs to be in the same tone. If an actor is playing for one of the genres, or not all of them, it doesn't work. Obviously, writing it is very difficult, but then the camera, which is shot like a musical and like a classical film, the camera needs to not go only in one direction. Because then it becomes a thriller section, a comedy section. So all of these things need to be fluid, like water. I don't want to, no pun intended, but very fluid, because then the transitions are incredibly entertaining and charming, but they are not artificial. But it's very, very difficult. The light, when people say great cinematography, they're saying great production design, great wardrobe. It's a four-legged table. So I need to make sure that the art direction is tonally right. Like, the movie is not realistic, but if I go too much above reality, it's destroyed. If I make it too realistic and I put a creature in the middle, it doesn't work. So, I think I needed every single day of those 25 years of work to be able to do it,
Et vous, Alexandre, est-ce que vous pensez que vous auriez pu...
Non, en français, je dirais la même chose. J'ai toujours l'impression que les partitions que j'écris arrivent au moment où je suis prêt. Je pense pas qu'il y a certaines... Enfin, je vois très bien, si je regarde derrière ma filmographie, que certains films, j'aurais été incapable de les mettre en musique, parce que j'étais pas assez fort, ou pas assez concerné par le sujet du film, ou trop fatigué. Mais là, je pense que j'étais prêt pour ce film-là, à ce moment-là, émotionnellement et techniquement, tout ça.
Vous étiez même prêt à faire un whistle.
Ah oui.
Ce qui est quand même la première fois, je crois, de votre grande carrière, Alexandre.
Non, ça m'est arrivé de siffler avant déjà, mais moins bien.
Ah, moins bien.
Ah, j'étais vraiment au top du sifflet.
we found the whistling we found in the sessions at his studio, and the idea was to create a movie that evoked classical movies. And when he said, what composers would you say would be ideal? Obviously him, but I said George de la Rue and Nino Rota, and because de la Rue was very emotional without being sentimental, and we thought that between a Mexican and a Frenchman we could find a good point of sentimentality, of emotionality without sentimentality. And one of the things, we were trying different instruments for that, what would you say, phrase, or what? How
the melody, yeah.
That melody, and all of a sudden I said, why don't you whistle it then? Because in the 50s and 60s, those scores had whistling, and it worked beautifully, and he's the whistler.
No, but also the character played by Sally Hawkins, she
whistles.
She whistles a little bit when she's waiting for the bus, so suddenly it made sense. We just found it, maybe 2 years before, we might not have found that.
Question. Au micro. Oui.
Il y a un